Imagine if the actors from the Marvel Cinematic Universe were to play Major League Baseball against legends past and present, and that's what you'd have right here. It's a full 162 game created franchise from start to end, no skipped innings, no simulated games, all of them on YouTube. If I'm not mistaken, this is game number 119 out of 162 plus, and I say plus because I'm hoping to make the playoffs in the World Series, but we will see what happens. So this is the third game of a three-game set against the Colorado Rockies at home. Going for the three-game sweep. Chris Pratt is on the mound. Batting average in the National League. Tom Holland, Spider-Man, is in second place behind Stan the Man Musial. These are the starting lineups. I hit, I pitch, I field. I do not run the bases. The computer run the bases for me. And I set the difficulty setting to All-Star for both hitting and pitching. Not trying to impress anybody. It's just somewhere in the middle. Live, let's get ready for some Major League Baseball as the Colorado Rockies visit the Hollywood Avengers. This is Major League Baseball. On the mound for the Avengers, Star-Lord Chris Pratt making his 24th start of the season. His record is 12-5, 4.05 earned run average. He is, I guess, the new voice of Mario. I don't know. Let's not get into that. Leading off for the Colorado Rockies, Jason Hayward, 310, 18 homers, 54 RBIs. Avengers have won the first two out of this three-game set. They've got the brooms out looking for that three-game sweep. Fastball in there, strike one. Avengers 75 and 43, good for second place in the National League West behind the Los Angeles Dodgers. That's Dave Bautista in right field. Here comes the next pitch. And he pulls it foul. Sean Smith, welcome to the stream. This is Avengers Baseball. I'm RC Robbin. But you knew that already. You're becoming a regular in the stream. Thank you so much for coming back. I appreciate it. Swinging and miss out in front of the floating knuckler. Strikes him out swinging. That's the first out of the ball game for Star-Lord Chris Pratt. Next up, Greg Jones. Slumping in his last 8 games overall. He's hitting .266. He has 6 homers and 43 runs batted in. Comes a pitch from Star-Lord. Swinging to miss out in front of the fastball, strike one. Beautiful day for some baseball. Jams him with the cut fastball. Count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes on Jones. Jones is a switch hitter. He plays shortstop for the Colorado Rockies. Strike 3 call. Froze him on the knuckleball. There's 2-away. Struck out the first 2 batters he faces. Here's a replay as I caffeinate. Pardon me. So 2 down, bases empty, top of the first. Up steps Willie McCovey, the first baseman. 326, 38 homers, 81 RBIs. Willie McCovey is a Hall of Famer. I think he played for the San Francisco Giants in the 1970s. And he pulls the fastball foul for strike one. McCovey Cove is that over the right field fence in San Francisco. Knuckleball is low, count evens, 1 ball and 1 strike. They call it McCovey Cove after this gentleman right here. God bless his soul. It's better than him. Strike 2, count is 1 ball, 2 strikes. Darryl Parker is behind the plate calling balls and strikes. I have no idea if he's a real person or not. Don't really care so long as he does his job. Breaks his bat, rolls it down. He's going to try to... That's going to stay a fair ball. He needs to pick this up or he's going to go to second. So it's going to be a broken bat, infield, 2-out single for McCovey. And this half inning will continue for the Colorado Rockies. Next up, Miguel Cabrera, the third baseman. 290, 15 homers, 54 RBIs. At the knees, strike 1. 95 on the radar gun. Runner leads off first. Looked like it might have been low, but called a strike by the home plate umpire, and there are 2 quick strikes on Cabrera. Cabrera is a modern-day player. He plays for the Detroit Tigers. And he pulls the fastball down the left field line out of play. Count remains 0-2. I'm not sure if he's a Hall of Famer, but he's got to be close. Jams him, pops it up, foul ball. Count will remain 0-2. So this is Avengers Baseball. I'm RC Robbin. Thank you so much for joining me. Please like the video. Please subscribe to the channel. Strike 3 called. And he doesn't like it, but nevertheless, he strikes out the side after half inning of baseball here at Crosley Field. It is the Rockies nothing. The Hollywood Avengers coming to bat. On the mound for the Rockies, Tom Seaver again. He's 9-7, 3.86 earned run average. They've pitched him twice in this series. I don't know how they accomplished that. Anthony Mackie leads off for the Avengers. 309, 14 homers, 56 RBIs. Switch hitter batting from the left side against the righty Seaver. And he fouls it off for strike 1. And it's a shallow fly ball to center. And the center fielder makes the catch, the first out, here at the bottom of the first. Starting lineups for the Avengers, Anthony Mackie is at short, Tom Holland at second, Robert Downey Jr. is the first baseman. The DH, Mark Ruffalo, catching, Chris Evans. Chadwick Boseman's at third, Dave Batista's at right, Sebastian Stan is in left, and batting ninth and playing center field is Don Cheadle. Tom Holland's hitting .362 to lead the ball club. Steps up to the plate with 1 out. Down and in, but called a strike. Count is 0-1 on Spider-Man. And that's a line drive, base hit, 1 out single for the Avengers. Big turn at first, but he will hold. Here's the replay. Line drive between short and third. Next up, Robert Downey Jr., the man who started it all. 296, 17 homers, 70 RBIs. And that ball's got a chance. It is high and far. It's Gonzo. That's a 2-run home run. Number 18 on the season for Iron Man. We love you 3000, Tony. And just like that, the Avengers take an early 2-0 advantage here at Crosley Field. Oh, yeah. He is Iron Man. Home run number 18, RBIs number 71 and 72 on the season. And he's gotten hot in the second half. Leg kick. Boom. And it's a 2-0 lead for the MCU. Next up, thank you, Mr. Smith. Next up is Mark Ruffalo, the Incredible Hulk. 336, 25 homers, 100 RBIs. He leads the ball club in homers and RBIs this season. Still 1 out here in the bottom of the first. And he fouls off the fastball for strike 1. So the Avengers have won the first 2 games of this series. They have the brooms out. They're hoping to sweep the series. And that's a hard ground ball base hit through the middle. And the onslaught continues for the Avengers. It'll be a single for Ruffalo. Here's the replay. Again, just a ground ball with eyes. Next up is the first Avenger, Chris Evans. 321, 11 homers, 53 runs batted in. Fastball is low, ball 1. He plays Steve Rogers in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And he jams him a little late on the fastball. Deep but playable for the left fielder. And there are 2 away. Ruffalo scampers back to first base. So 2 down, up steps the late, great Chadwick Boseman, hitting .332, 14 homers, 57 RBIs. I say late and great because, as you probably know, we lost Chadwick to colon cancer in 2020. May he rest in peace. May he live forever in Avengers baseball. And he jams and fouls it upstairs, out of play for strike 1. Fastball is low, count is 1 ball and 1 strike. Ruffalo leads off first. It's 2-0 MCU here in the bottom of the first inning. And he's a little out in front of the curveball and pulls it foul. Count as 1-2. High, count evens, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner leads off first, 2-0 lead. Tom Seaver sets and delivers. And again, he yanks it down the left field line, out of play. Count will remain 2-2. Inside, full count, 3-2. On deck is Drax the Destroyer from the Guardians of the Galaxy franchise, Dave Bautista. So the runner at first will be in motion with the pitch. Here comes the 3-2. And that's a line drive base hit past the third baseman. He'll have to hold it second. Not a lot of speed from Ruffalo on the bases. So it'll be first and second with 2 out. Here's the line drive just out of the reach of the third baseman, Miguel Cabrera. So Dave Bautista steps up to the plate, 2 on, 2 out, 314, 12 homers, 60 RBIs. Here comes the pitch. And that's a hard ground ball backhanded by Greg Jones. He tosses to second for the force, and the side is retired. But the Avengers score twice on this. A 2-run home run by Tony Stark, and at the end of 1, it's 2-0. Avengers lead. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like the video. So we go to the top of the second for the Rockies. It's Andrew McCutchen, the center fielder. He's hitting .292 on the season. Here comes the pitch from Chris Pratt. Fastball in there, strike 1. Circle change finds the corner. 2 quick strikes on McCutchen. Count is 0-2. Pratt has now inherited a 2-run lead here in the second. And he just gets a piece of the fastball, fouls it off. And that's a shallow fly ball to left center field. Racing in is Don Cheadle. War Machine makes the catch for the first out. Defensive alignment for the Avengers in the outfield from left to right. We have Sebastian Stan, Don Cheadle, and Dave Bautista. And in the infield, Chadwick Boseman, Anthony Mackie, Tom Holland, Robert Downey Jr. with Chris Evans behind home plate. The Avengers lead the National League in fielding percentage. Next up is Hunter Dozier, .263, 6 homers, 18 RBIs. He waits for the pitch. And he fouls it off the plate, strike 1. So Star-Lord has 12 wins. Out in front of the circle chain, swing and a miss. Count as quickly, no balls and 2 strikes. He's 12-5. I believe he's 3rd on the team in wins, behind 18 wins from Thor. Oh, that's a deep drive to left. Back goes the Winter Soldier to the track. In front of the wall, he makes the catch for the second out. So we have Chris Hemsworth with 18 wins. I believe we have his brother, Loki, Tom Hiddleston with 14 wins, and then now on the mound, Chris Pratt with 12. Aaron Hicks hitting .248, steps up to the plate. He's obviously a defensive replacement for somebody. Fastball in there, strike 1. 2-0 MCU, top of the second. Out in front of the Vulcan change. 0-2 is the count. Ground ball backhanded by Spider-Man Holland. Throws to first, scooped out of the dirt by Tony. And the side is retired. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Chris Pratt. After an inning and a half of baseball, it's 2-0. Avengers lead. So we go to the bottom of the second, and up steps Bucky Barnes, also known as Sebastian Stan. He's hitting .284, 7 homers, 34 RBIs. Here comes the pitch from Seaver. Fastball is outside, ball 1. Outside again, 2 balls and no strikes. That ball is high. It is far. That ball is gonzo. That is the Winter Soldier's solo shot, his 8th homer of the season. And the Avengers take a 3-0 lead. Oh, yeah. So it would be a good time to show the difficulty setting just for accountability's sake. After the replay. Here's the replay. Bang. And the crowd is on its feet. Projected 400 feet over that left center field fence. So before Don Cheadle goes up to the plate, let's look at the options and the gameplay. Hitting difficulty at the top says All-Star, and pitching difficulty says All-Star. Now again, it's not a flex. I'm just, for accountability's sake, showing what the difficulty setting is. Don Cheadle is up, sitting 273. First pitch to him is low, ball 1. He has 10 homers and 54 RBIs. There are 5 difficulty settings, or 6 if I'm not mistaken. Low, 2 balls and no strikes to James Rhodes. I think it starts off rookie, veteran, and then all-star, which is in the middle. And then after all-star, and he fouls it upstairs behind home plate. The count is 2 balls and 1 strike. So after all-star, you have, I think, legendary and Hall of Fame. So again, I'm not looking to impress anybody. It's just trying to have some fun, but... And he's late on the fastball, fouls it down the left field line. The count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes. And that's a ground ball to the shortstop, fielded by Jones. In time, 1 away. And Don Cheadle is mired in a slump. Next up, Anthony Mackie. The lineup turns over for the Avengers. He flew out in his first at-bat. This is his 2nd plate appearance. He's the shortstop for the Avengers. Fastball from Seaver is outside, ball 1. Mackie is the new Captain America, and if you don't know that, you need to catch up on some of these Disney Plus shows. High but called to strike, count is 1-1. In the Falcon and Winter Soldier TV show on Disney Plus. Oh, out in front of the circle change, count is 1-2. By the end of the Falcon and Winter Soldier show, he was anointed the new Captain America. Cut the check. Count is 2-2. 1 out here in the bottom of the 2nd. Just misses low. Full count 3-2. On deck is Spider-Man, Tom Holland. And he's a little late, but it's short, shallow fly ball to short left center field. Jones comes down with it for the 2nd out.
The batter, number 8.
Next up, Tom Holland. He's 5 for 9 in this series. He had a single and a run scored already today. Oh, he hit him. Oh, 2 out hit. Batsman, he doesn't look happy. Here's the replay.
Number 12.
Ouch. Next up, Tony Stark. Tony hit a 2-run home run in his first at-bat, number 18 on the season. Flirting with the 300 batting average. Right now he sits at 298. High and outside, ball 1. Holland has speed. And that's a line drive. Oh, he snatched it right off the ground to retire the side. What a play by Jason Hayward in right field. We need to see this. Oh, look at this. So after 2 innings of baseball, it's 3-0 MCU. Thank you to the home run by Winter Soldier. 3-0 Avengers. So we go to the top of the 3rd. Up steps Corey Lee. 237, 7 homers, 38 RBIs. Comes the pitch. Swing and a miss at the fastball, 95 on the radar gun. Count is 0-1. Just got a piece of the knuckler. Count quickly, no balls and 2 strikes. So this is a case of a good team against a bad team. Just got a piece of the 0-2 pitch. Stay alive. Rockies are in last place in the National League West. The Avengers have taken the place of the San Diego Padres in the NL West, and they're currently a half a game out. Line drive, foul ball. Count remains 0-2. Right now, they're a half a game behind the first place Los Angeles Dodgers in the NL West, with about 2 months to go in the season. Misses just off the plate, 1-2.
Count is 1-2.
And that's a line drive headed towards the left field corner. It one hops off the wall. Rounding her first and heading to second, Corey Lee is going to be in there with a lead-off double for the Colorado Rockies. That's double number 18 for Lee on the season. Here's the replay as I drink my coffee. Next up for the Rockies, Michael Busch, the second baseman, is hitting .220. He has 9 homers and 40 runs batted in. Inside corner, strike one. Michael Busch has not hit well this season with runners in scoring position. That looked like a strike. Called the ball by the home plate umpire. Count is 1 ball and 1 strike. Line drive, slicing, out of play. Count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. And he pops it up down the left field line again, will be out of play. Line drive caught by Black Panther at third base. Caught the liner for the first out. No advance on the bases. So the lineup will turn over for the Rockies. Jason Hayward struck out, leading off the ball game. Second plate appearance. In there, strike one. This is Avengers Baseball, where the actors from the Marvel Cinematic Universe play Major League Baseball. I am RC Robbin. Thank you so much for joining me. This is game number 119. Oh, that's a line drive base hit. He will hold at third, as it'll be runners at first and third with 1 out, and the tying run will come to the plate, as it's a 3-0 lead for the Avengers here in the top of the 3rd inning. Here's a replay. It's just a smash between first and second. Got out there a little too quickly for the runner at second to score. So next up is Greg Jones. He's 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Fastball inside and high, ball 1. Changeup floats in there. Count evens, 1 ball and 1 strike. Cutter misses inside, 2-1. Changeup finds the knees. Count evens, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. 3-0 lead for the Avengers, but the Rockies have runners at first and third. Here comes the pitch to Greg Jones. And he fouls it back. Count will remain 2-2. He jams him with the 97-mile-an-hour fastball. Fouls it back. We'll do it again. Pops it up down the right field line in foul territory. Batista will make the catch. He will throw to the plate. They do not advance, so he doesn't get the runner home from third. 2 outs, and he does not get the job done. Going for the sac fly, didn't hit it deep enough. So with 2 outs, the tying run is Willie McCovey, but he'll have to get a hit with 2 outs. He had a single in the first inning. He'll need another hit to score a run. And that is a tie ball game, a 3-run home run by Willie McCovey with 2 outs in the top of the 3rd, his 39th homer of the season. And this ball game is tied at 3. Ugh. Ugh. I'll bet Star-Lord wishes he could have that pitch back. I certainly do. Oh. So we have a brand new ball game. This 3rd game of the 3-game set is tied at 3. Next up, Miguel Cabrera, 0 for 1.
The third baseman, number
And he pops him up in the infield. Star-Lord says, I got it, and retires the side. But a two-out, 3-run home run by Willie McCovey ties this ball game at the 2.5. It's a 3-3 ball game here at Crosley Field. Oh, yeah. All right. The Incredible Hulk leads off the bottom of the third. He had a single in the first inning. His average is up to 338.
designated hitter,
Seaver sets and
number
delivers.
84.
Ground ball to the right side, charging his Bush. Flips it to first. 1 pitch, 1 away.
The batter,
Next up, Chris Evans, 0 for 1.
Evans.
2 for 8 in the series. Jams him. Shallow fly ball near the left field line. Makes the catch for the second out. 2 quick outs here in the bottom of the third.
Now batting,
Next up is Black Panther. Again, singled in the first. The ball is high and deep, but it will curl foul. Strike 1. Had the distance, but couldn't keep it fair. Two-hopper to the shortstop. Jones throws to first in time. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Tom Seaver. At the end of 3 innings of play, this is a tie ball game. You are watching Avengers Baseball. Don't forget to like the video. Please, please. So we go to the top of the fourth. Up steps Andrew McCutchen. 0 for 1. Flew out in the third.
the left fielder,
Here comes the pitch.
Andrew McCutchen.
That ball is high. It is deep. It is gone. It's a 4-3 lead for the Colorado Rockies. Home run number 11 for McCutchen on the season. So the Avengers stake themselves to a 3-0 lead, and Chris Pratt promptly gives up 2 homers, a 3-run homer and a solo shot to give up the lead. Very uncharacteristic of the lefty. Here's the replay. Oof. Next up, Hunter Dozier.
Now batting, the designated
And he
hitter,
fouls off the fastball, strike 1. 4-3 Colorado here in the top of the fourth. Hunter Dozier's 0 for 1 with a flyout. This is Avengers Baseball. I am RC Robbin. Thank you for joining me. Grounder down the third base line. It is a foul ball. Count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss at the cut fastball. Struck him out swinging. It is 1 away. Strikeout number 4 for Pratt. Here's the replay.
Up next for Colorado, the center fielder, Aaron Hicks.
Next up, Aaron Hicks, the outfielder. Aaron had grounded out in his first at-bat. He's 0 for 1. Swing and a miss at the knuckler. Count is 0 and 1. Aaron's hitting he's hitting 246, 3 homers, 14 RBIs, part-time player. Giving a day off to one of their starters. Late on the fastball, 96 on the radar gun. The count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes. Aaron Hicks is a modern major league player. He plays for the New York Yankees, often injured. Here's the 0-2 pitch. And that ball is high. Back goes Batista to the track, the wall, reaching up, makes the catch. Crashes into the wall. It's the second out. Great play, covering ground for Drax the Destroyer. Nothing gets over his head. He would catch it, as he said in the first Guardians of the Galaxy movie. 2 outs. Up steps Corey Lee, who doubled and scored a run in his first at-bat. And he fouls off the fastball, strike 1. 4-3 Colorado here in this rubber match. No, check that. It's the final game of a 3-game series.
Ball back outside.
Outside, I assume. Count evens, 1 ball, 1 strike. Out in front of the changeup, 1 and 2.
1 and 2.
Fouls off the Vulcan change, whatever the hell a Vulcan change is. I think sometimes they just make up names for pitches so that they can have differences. 1-2 count to Corey Lee. Ground ball up the middle, fielded by Mackie. In the dirt, scooped nicely by Tony Stark, and the side is retired. But Andrew McCutcheon with a solo shot, his 11th of the season. After 3.5 innings of play, the Rockies lead by 1. It's 4-3. This is Avengers baseball. So we go to the bottom of the 4th. Up steps Drax the Destroyer from the Guardians of the Galaxy franchise. Dave Bautista is 0 for 1 today. Here comes the pitch. And he chases a high fastball, swinging and miss, strike 1. Needs to show some more discipline. Outside with the slider, count evens, 1 ball and 1 strike.
That's ball 2.
Inside, 2-1. 4-3 lead for Colorado here in the bottom of the 4th. Down and low. Low and inside. Hitters count. 3 balls and 1 strike. On deck is the Winter Soldier, Sebastian Stan. Here comes the 3-1 pitch. And he pulls a fastball down the left field line. Out of play. Count will go full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Here comes the full count pitch. That's a deep line drive. Back is, he makes the running catch. Nice play by Jason Hayward in right for the first out. Covered a lot of real estate out there in right field. Well, that'll be all for Tom Seaver. Wow, early hook. I guess he was an opener today for the Colorado Rockies manager. Out of the bullpen comes Alec Mills, making his 63rd appearance out of the bullpen. He's 5-5 with a 4.74 earned run average. So we've got 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th. Sebastian Stan had a solo homer in his first at-bat. Swings at the first pitch, pops it up. McCovey near the stands, makes the catch, crashes into the sidewall, but makes the second out. Here in the bottom of the 4th. Nice play. Next up, War Machine Don Cheadle grounded out in the 2nd. He is 0 for 1. Switch hitter batting from the left side against the righty Alex Mills. And he fouls off the fastball, strike 1. Don Cheadle in the second half of the season has been in a nasty slump. Fastball low, count is 1 ball and 1 strike. In the bullpen, the righty Mike Morin getting loose. Don Cheadle had a batting average well over 300 for most of the season. Swinging to miss out in front, count is 1 and 2. Now the average is down around 270. So needs to get back on track. Slider inside, count evens, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, bases empty. Bottom of the 4th, 4-3 Colorado. Swinging and miss, he struck him out, and the side is retired. So 4 innings complete. It's 4-3 Colorado. This is Avengers baseball. So we go to the top of the 5th. Up steps Michael Bush, who lined out in the 3rd. Lefty hitter against the left-hander Chris Pratt. Fastball in there, strike 1. And that's a line drive headed towards the right field corner, and it will hop off the wall. The throw to second will not be in time. It'll be a leadoff double for Michael Bush. It's 21st double of the season, and they will have a runner in scoring position with nobody out here in the 5th. He actually had a chance to put this out. Any other ballpark, that would have been a home run. It's 366 down that line. Next up, Jason Hayward is 1 for 2 with a single. Fastball at the knees, strike 1. Fouls off the knuckler, 2 quick strikes on Hayward. Jason's hitting only .213 with runners in scoring position, so he's obviously not comfortable with that runner over there at second base. Swinging a miss, he struck him out, there's 1 away. Nasty fastball on the inside part of the plate, strikeout number 5 for Star-Lord. Here's the replay. Was it a strike? Oh, yeah. It was definitely a strike. He just missed it. Next up, Greg Jones. Greg's 0 for 2. Misses with the fastball. Ball 1. Circle change, finds the strike zone. Another person who's not good with runners in scoring position. 221 average. So, grounder to T'Challa, throws to first, holds the runner at second in time, and there are 2 outs. So, they get the runner at second with nobody out, and then fail to move him over, so it'll be runner at second and 2 outs. However, up next is Willie McCovey. He's 2 for 2, and he has a 3-run home run today. So, the last 3-run home run was with 2 outs as well. And that's got a chance to go. It's high and deep and gone. It's a back-to-back home runs for Willie McCovey, number 39 and number 40. That's a 2-run shot. And just like that, they take a 6-3 lead here in the 5th inning. Another 2-out home run for Willie McCovey. Oh my goodness, hit it the other way. The only question would be whether it would stay fair or foul, and it hooks itself inside that left field foul pole. So, 6-3 lead for Colorado here with 2 outs in the 5th. Miguel Cabrera steps up. The manager is going to go to the bullpen and warm some people up. Let's warm up Samuel L. Jackson and Ed Norton. And the manager is going to send the pitching coach out to the mound for a mound visit. Cabrera is 0 for 2. And he's late on the fastball. Strike 1. So the Avengers have won the first 2 games of this 3-game series. They were looking to sweep today, but so far it doesn't look good. They're down 6-3 in the 5th. They need to put their hitting shoes on. From his knees, jumps up, throws to first. In time, gorgeous play. Cut the check by the new Captain America. He retires the side. However, a 2-out, 2-run home run by Willie McCovey. And after 4.5, it's Colorado 6, Avengers 3. So we go to the bottom of the 5th. Anthony Mackie's 0 for 2. Rockies bullpen is still active. Just misses with the breaking ball. Ball 1. Could have been called a strike. Called the ball by the home plate umpire. And he pulls it. Foul. Count evens 1 ball and 1 strike. 6-3. Colorado. Outside 2-1. Misses outside, 3-1 count. Hitters count to Mackie. Here comes a pitch from Mills. That's a line drive. In there for a single, leadoff single for Anthony Mackie. Cut the check. And that's the way you want to start off the bottom of the 5th. He has speed. He has 14 stolen bases on the season. Next up, Tom Holland. He's 1 for 1. Line drive caught by a leaping Michael Bush at second base for the first out. Nice reaction play from Bush. Here's the replay. Nice extension, 1 out. Next up, Tony Stark. 1 for 2. He had a 2-run home run in the first inning. Staked the Avengers to a 2-0 lead. They've since lost that lead. It's now a 4-3 deficit. Fastball outside, ball 1. Runner leads off first. 1 out, bottom of the 5th, 6-3, Colorado. And that's a line drive, but I think, yep, run down over the shoulder catch by Jason Hayward for the second out. Didn't quite get all of it, so there's 2 away.
Now batting, number 84.
Next up, Mark Ruffalo. Mark leads the team in homers and RBIs. Up there with 2 outs. Runner at first. Quick throw to first. He's back. Again, Mackie is a threat to steal. Big lead. Line drive headed down the right field line. It will roll into the corner, and he will run for days, but he's going to have to stop at third. Runner to second is not in time. It is a two-out double for Hulk smash. And they'll have two runners in scoring position. And the tying run will come to the plate with 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th. A little late on the fastball and kind of lines it over the head of the first baseman down that right field line. Next up, the first Avenger, Chris Evans. He's 0 for 2. Single could make this a 1-run ball game. Ground ball to second, booted, throws to first in time, scooped nicely by McCovey, and they strand the runners. So it's an official ball game. After the end of 5 innings of play here at Crosley Field, it's Colorado 6, Hollywood Avengers 3. This is Avengers baseball. Damn it. So we go to the top of the 6th. Andrew McCutcheon's 1 for 2 with a solo shot. Ground ball, wait, one hopper. Shortstop throws. Not in time. Oh, bad play by the shortstop. They're going to give him an E6 on that. Took a little much too much time to get the ball out of his hand. Must have lost it in the glove. So, runner at first, nobody out. Hunter Dozier is 0 for 2. And he's late on the fastball. Fouls it down the right field line. Out of play, strike 1. Again, can't get around on that fastball. 2 quick strikes on Hunter Dozier. Ground ball up the first base line, foul. Count will remain 0-2. Just missed going over that first base bag. And he skies it to right. It will slice out of play, and the count will remain 0-2. Swing and a miss, struck him out on the cutter. And that's the first strikeout of the inning, 6th strikeout for Pratt. He has not pitched well today. He's had moments where he looked sharp and other times where he couldn't give up, couldn't stop with the home run. Next up, Aaron Hicks fouls off the first pitch, strike 1. 6-3, Colorado, here in the 6th. Runner leads off first. Ground ball past the diving attempt by Mackie and into left field. It is a single, a 1-out single for Hunter Dozier. And there's runners at, check that, Aaron Hicks. And there's runners at first and second with only 1 out. Next up, Corey Lee. Corey Lee is a right-handed hitter, so the manager will go to the bullpen and bring in Ed Norton. That'll be all for Star-Lord. He did not pitch well today. Gave up 6 earned runs and responsible for the 2 runners on base.
Your attention, please.
Ed Norton is the first man in the Marvel Cinematic Universe to play the Hulk. He is coming out of the bullpen. He's 1-2 with a 4.36 earned run average. Runners at first and second, 1 out, 6-3 lead for the Colorado Rockies. Here's the pitch. Fastball at the knees, strike 1. Corey's 1 for 2 with a double. Sinking fastball misses inside. Count evens 1 ball and 1 strike. Jams him with the high fastball. Count is 1-2. Would not chase the slider out of the zone. Count is 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 on, 1 out. 6-3 lead already for Colorado. Jams him. Out short center field goes Spider-Man. Tom Holland makes the catch for the 2nd out.
Now batter, the second baseman.
Next up, Michael Busch, 1 for 2 with a double. He is a left-handed hitter. Checks his swing, 99 miles an hour on the fastball, in there for strike 1. Strike 2. Fouls it back. Count will remain. No balls and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. He struck him out on the heater. And they will strand the runners on first and second. So, 5.5. It's a 3-run lead for the Rockies. Colorado leads 6-3. Thank you for watching. So, in relief comes Mike Morin, making his 31st appearance out of the Colorado bullpen. He's 2-3. He has a high ERA, 8.62. He will face Black Panther to lead it off. He's 1 for 2, Black Panther, with a single. They need base runners. Slider misses the plate outside, ball 1. In the dirt, 2 balls and no strikes. Three and 0 count. Will he have the green light? They're down by 3. Why would he have the green light? That makes no sense. You should just take a pitch. What does it hurt? Take the free pass. In there. Strike 1. Count is 3 balls and 1 strike, and the handcuffs are off. Fouls off the 2-seamer. Count goes full 3-2. Ground ball past the third baseman and into left field. It is a leadoff single for Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. Hits leaders on the Avengers. Tom Holland leads the ball club with 162. That was entering play. He might have 163. Next up, Dave Bautista, 0 for 2. Fastball low and outside, ball 1. It's the 6th inning. 6-3 Colorado. That's a line drive. It may dunk in there, and it will. It's back-to-back singles for the Avengers here in the bottom of the 6th, and that will bring the tying run to the plate. Here's the replay. In on his hands, down and in. Golfs it into left field. I need some caffeination for this situation. Home run, it could tie the game. Next up, Sebastian Stan, who's already hit a home run today. He's 1 for 2. Chases a high fastball, swing and a miss, strike 1. Runners lead off first and second. Out in front of the changeup, 2 quick strikes. He's got him baffled. Mike Morin sets. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night, Mr. Sebastian. There's one away. Fooled him.
Number 10.
Way out in front. Oh, embarrassing. Next up, Don Cheadle. This is the moment he's been waiting for. He's 1 for 9 in the series. He's been slumping lately. And the slump will continue as it is a lazy fly ball to center. Aaron Hicks makes the catch for the 2nd out. So, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th.
Number 9.
Next up, Anthony Mackie, 1 for 3 with a single. Morin sets. And he grounds it foul. Strike 1. Mackey's hitting .400 with runners in scoring position, however. So this is a good spot.
Ball.
Low and outside, count evens 1 ball and 1 strike. Out in front of the changeup. Slow as molasses. And he's 1 strike from getting out of this jam. It counts 1 ball, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. He struck him out on the slow cheese. And they strand the base runners. After 6 innings of baseball, it's 6-3 Colorado. We go to the top of the 7th. Up steps Jason Hayward, 1 for 3 with a single. Here's the pitch from the Hulk. Pulls the 100-mile-an-hour fastball foul. Grounds it foul. Counts quickly, no balls and 2 strikes on Hayward. When I think of Hayward, I think of a Chicago Cub. Jams him, but he's going to get it out there. That is a bloop base hit to right field for Jason Hayward to lead it off, and he represents an insurance run here in the top of the 7th. Jammed him inside, and he just muscled it. Check swing. No chance for Spider-Man. Next up, Greg Jones. Greg 0 for 3. And we're going to go to the manager's office in the bullpen, and we're going to warm up Stan Lee. And we're going to bring Samuel L. Jackson, Nick Fury, into the game. Sam Jackson's 4-6 with a even 4 ERA. 72 innings pitched. Started the season in the starting rotation. 3-6-3 double play. And the bases are clear. 2 outs. Nice play by Robert Downey Jr. Grabs it, spins, throws. Starts the 3-6-3. So this has been the man that's been the thorn in the side of the Avengers all day. Willie McCovey has 2 2-out home runs, a 3-run homer and a 2-run homer. He has 5 RBIs today. He is basically the reason why the Avengers are losing 6-3 here in the top of the 7th. Sam Jackson deals. Swing and a miss, the inside breaking ball, strike 1. This is Avengers Baseball. I am RC Robbin. Welcome to the stream. And he lines it, hits it right on the nose, but right at the Winter Soldier in left field to retire the side. So get up and stretch, ladies and gentlemen. It is time for the 7th inning stretch. The Colorado Rockies lead 7-3. Oh, I'm sorry, 6-3. Pardon me, getting ahead of myself.
Ladies and gentlemen.
So pitching for the Rockies in the bottom of the 7th is Chris Davinsky, 2-3 with his 5.36 earned run average. He will face Spider-Man Tom Holland, 1 for 2 with a single. He's hitting .362 on the season to lead the ball club. They need base runners. They're down by 3. Swings at the first pitch and skies it to center. Easy play for Aaron Hicks. 1 pitch, 1 away. Next up, Robert Downey Jr. Tony Stark's 1 for 3. That one was a big one. It was a 2-run homer in the first inning. Needs to show some patience. Fastball outside corner, strike 1. Pitches outside, count is 1 ball and 1 strike. In the Rockies bullpen, Edubre Ramos is the right-hander, and Billy Wagner, the legendary pitcher, is the left-hander. I will swing, Outlander. I will swing, I promise. Welcome to the stream. 1 hopper to the shortstop, Greg Jones. Throws to first in time, and there's 2 away. So, in this 3-game series, the Avengers have won the first 2 games. This is the 3rd game. They had their brooms out, but as of right now, it looks like the Avengers are going to have a little hard time getting the sweep. Up next is Mark Ruffalo, who's 2 for 3. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th. Fastball misses. Ball 1. Slider off the plate, count is 2 balls and no strikes. To Mark Ruffalo. Not the first man to play the Hulk, but the best man to play the Hulk, in my humble opinion. And it is a 2-hopper to the shortstop. Routine play, and the side is retired. At the end of 7 innings of baseball here at Crosley Field, it's Colorado Rockies 6, the Hollywood Avengers 3. So we go to the top of the 8th. Up steps Miguel Cabrera, who's 0 for 3.
The third baseman, number 24, Miguel Cabrera.
Screwball finds the corner, strike 1. Inside with the cut fastball, swing and a miss. 2 quick strikes on Cabrera. And he tries to wait on that knuckleball, but still pulls it foul. Count remains no balls and 2 strikes. Line drive to left. There is Bucky Barnes, makes the catch, 1 away. Next up, Andrew McCutcheon. Andrew has a solo homer in today's game. He is 1 for 3. 1 out, bases empty here in the top of the 8th. Breaking ball in there, strike 1. And that's a line drive to right. Racing over is Dave Batista. Makes the catch for the 2nd out. Nice play in right field.
Now batter, designated hitter.
2 outs, bases empty, upsets Hunter Dozier, who's 1 for 10 in this 3-game series. He's 0 for 3 today. Jams him. Short right field, racing in is Batista. Drax will retire the side. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Nick Fury. We go to the bottom of the 8th. The Avengers need 3 to tie. 6-3, Colorado.
Your attention, please.
Coming in relief, Edubre Ramos. Record is 0-2 with a 5.01 earned run average. Leading off for the Avengers in the bottom of the 8th, Chris Evans, who's 0 for 3. Switch hitter batting from the left side against the righty Ramos.
Ball 1.
Pitch is high, ball 1. Attendance 23,963 here at Crosley Field. That is basically a sellout. This is a minor league ballpark, so anything over 20,000 is basically a sellout. 2-0 count to Evans. 3-0 count. Will he swing down by 3? No, he will not. I will not swing down by 3. Inside corner, called strike 1. Hitters count, 3 balls and 1 strike. Here comes the pitch from Ramos. In the dirt, that's ball 4. So the leadoff man walks here in the bottom of the 8th, and that is not what you want as a relief pitcher. You have a 3-run lead and you're walking the man. Come in out of the bullpen and walk the first man you face. That gives acid indigestion to your manager. Chadwick Boseman, Black Panthers, 2 for 3 today. He needs to get on base in order for the tying run to come to the plate. And he chases the first pitch, swing and a miss, strike 1. Just gets a piece of that slider. 2 quick strikes on T'Challa. Count is 0-2. Runner leads off first. Outside, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Did he check it? Yes, he did. Outside and low. Count evens, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Comes the pitch from Ramos. Strike 3 called. Got him on the corner, and that's 1 away here in the bottom of the 8th. Let's look at the location. With 2 strikes, I mean, it looks low and outside to me, but I guess with 2 strikes, you got to put the bat on the ball. Next up, Dave Batista, 1 for 3 with a single. Ground ball, base hit through the left side between 2nd and 3rd. Now the tying run will come to the plate here in the bottom of the 8th for the Avengers. 2 on, 1 out. 6-3 lead for Colorado. Sebastian Stan has a solo homer today. He's 1 for 3. He has 8 homers on the season. Low and inside, ball 1. 1 swing of the bat could tie this ball game at 6. Fastball outside, 2 balls and no strikes. Sebastian's hitting .341 with runners in scoring position this season, but the count is 2-0. Changeup finds the knees, 2-1. Low, hitters count, 3 balls and 1 strike. War Machine Don Cheadle is on deck. Here comes the 3-1 pitch. Runners will lead. And the bases will be loaded with Avengers here in the bottom of the 8th. Ramos comes in, gives up a walk, a hit, a walk, and now he will face James Rhodes, who's been slumping as of late. He's 1 for 10 in this series, 0 for 3 today. But the bases are full of Avengers. And that's a ball that's going to drop in there. And that'll be an RBI single for War Machine. And this ball game is now 6-4. Station to station. The bases are still loaded with one out. And now a single could tie this ball game at 6. As the tying runs are at second and third with only one away. The Rockies go to the bullpen and they bring in legendary lefty Billy Wagner to pitch. He's 1-2 with a 5.31 earned run average. I think with his major league credentials in the history of baseball, he deserves a better win-loss record than that. But nevertheless, Anthony Mackie turns around, switch hitter, bats now from the right side against the lefty. He is a single today in the 5th inning. He's 1-for-4. He has the bases loaded and one out. A lot of speed coming down that line. It'll be hard to double up. And he will test it. Steps on second, throws to first. Not in time, so it's a fielder's choice out at second. He beats it out. He gets an RBI ground out. The score is now 6-5. It's a one-run ball game. There are only 2 away. Runners will be at first and third here in the bottom of the 8th. And a single or an error can tie this ball game. Up next is Tom Holland, who's 5 for 11 in this series. He has a single today. He needs a hit in this spot. Let's see what happens. Fastball outside, ball 1. Tommy's hitting .422 with runners in scoring position. So this is the man you want up there in this situation. And that's exactly what he was paid to do. And it will roll all the way to the wall. 1 run will score. Anthony Mackie will round third. He will score. It is a 2-run double for Spider-Man. Spider-Man. And they've come all the way back down 6-3 to take a 7-6 lead here in the bottom of the 8th inning on this 2-out, 2-run double by Spider-Man. Oh, yeah. Next up, Robert Downey Jr., 2 outs, 1-for-4 with the 2-run homer today. And he's late on the fastball, lines it foul, strike 1. Manager, bullpen. Jeremy Renner will warm up, and Jeremy Renner will come in the game to pitch the top of the 9th. And he fouls off the slider. Count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes on Tony Stark. Pretty decent average with runners in scoring position, 358. A lot of speed at second, so a single could score that run. Misses with the slider. Count is 1-2. So the Avengers, down 6-3 coming into this half inning, come storming back with 4 runs to take a 7-6 lead. Did he check it? Yes, he did. Count will even. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 outs, runner at second, 7-6 lead for the MCU. Here's the pitch from Wagner. Low, full count, 3-2. On deck, the Incredible Hulk. And he fouls off the 2-seamer. Count will remain full. Here comes the 3-2 pitch from Wagner. And he walked him. So it'll be runners at first and second. Still 2 out here in the bottom of the 8th. And up will step Mark Ruffalo, who leads the team with 100 runs batted in. The only player on the Avengers to eclipse that century mark in RBIs. Fastball is low, ball 1. He's hitting .352 with runners in scoring position. Been in great situations to drive in runs. High, 2-0. And Wagner is all over the place. He cannot find that strike zone. That's a deep drive. And more runs will score. It is off the wall. 1 run will score. Rounding third and heading home is the next runner. The throw to the plate is not in time. It is a 2-run double. The RBI's number 101 and 102 on the season for the Hulk smash. And the score is now 9-6. Avengers lead here in the bottom of the 8th. Here's the replay. The relay to the plate. Just gets his hand in there and beats the relay. So 3-run lead for the Avengers, and Billy Wagner gets the quick hook. In comes Tyler Clippard. In 49 games, he's 4-3 with a 5.37 earned run average. Chris Evans, his second at-bat in this inning, walked in his first at-bat. He is 0 for 3. Inside, ball 1. 9-6, Avengers lead. They were down 6-3 entering this half inning. And that's going to be in there, and this ball game will now be double-digit runs for the Avengers, as it'll now be an RBI double with 2 outs. He can do this all day. Chris Evans makes it a 10-6 ball game. That's double number 29 on the season for Evans. All with 2 outs, ladies and gentlemen. The floodgates have burst open at the seams. Next up, Chadwick Boseman, 2 for 4, 2 singles. Checks a swing, split finger fastball is low, ball 1. Evans leads off second. In the dirt, he did not swing, says the home plate umpire. Count is 2-0. Thought he might have gone too far, but. Grounder backhanded by the third baseman. Spins, throws, in time. Nice play by Cabrera. However, the Avengers score a boatload of runs. We go to the bottom of the 9th. A 6-3 advantage for the Rockies turns into a 4-run deficit. They need 4 runs to tie. This is Avengers baseball. Oh yeah. Do you want to change pitchers? No, I don't. Not with a 4-run lead. Aaron Hicks 1 for 3. Sam Jackson has a 4-run lead. If he gets into trouble, I will bring in Hawkeye to close. First pitch, breaking ball in there, strike 1. Cut fastball, catches him on the inside corner, swinging and a miss, strike 2. Just misses with the 2-seam fastball. Count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. 10-6 Avengers. They've won the first 2 games of this 3-game series. They're looking to sweep. They were trailing for most of this ball game. Grounder, backhanded by Mackie. Long throw, in time. Cut the check. There's 1 away here in the 9th. Stay tuned for post-game highlights. Next up, Corey Lee. Corey's 1 for 3 with a double. 1 out here in the 9th. Here's the pitch. Out in front of the screwball, swing and a miss, strike 1. Jams him, fly ball to right. There is Batista. He makes the catch for the 2nd out. And the Colorado Rockies are down to their final out of the game and of this 3-game set. Representing the final out of the game is Michael Busch, who's 1 for 3 with a double and a run scored today. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball at the knees, strike 1. Fouls off the 2-seam fastball, and the fans are on their feet. Colorado Rockies are down to their final strike of the game. Grounder to first. Takes it himself. Tony Stark steps on the bag. Side retired. Ball game over. Avengers win 10-6, and they sweep this 3-game set at home against the last place Colorado Rockies. They were trailing much of this game. In the bottom of the 8th, they were down 6-3, and they stormed back to take a 10-6 lead. This is win number 76, if I'm not mistaken, in 119 games. They are probably a half a game out of first place in the National League West behind the Los Angeles Dodgers. We'll have to see what the Dodgers did today. Let's go to the scorecard. Hollywood Avengers, 10 runs, 14 hits, 1 error. The Colorado Rockies, 6 runs, 9 hits, no errors. Samuel L. Jackson, Nick Fury, pitched 3 shutout innings for the win. Billy Wagner comes in relief, pitches a third of an inning, gives up 4 earned runs. He gets the loss. Mark Ruffalo is the player of the game. He's 3 for 5, 2 doubles, 2 homers. The hard luck loser, Willie McCovey, who was 3 for 4 with 2 homers and 5 RBIs in a losing effort for the Colorado Rockies. This has been a presentation, an exciting presentation of Avengers Baseball. I am RC Robbin. Thank you so much for watching. Big thank you to Sean Smith Gaming and also the Outlander Show for poking your heads in there and saying hello and make comments. Thank you so much. The final here at Crosley, the Hollywood Avengers win 10-6. Have a great night. I'll see you guys soon.